Coinbase is going to start trading tomorrow. It's direct listing. This is why you're seeing a big surge in cryptocurrencies very likely today. We'll talk about Bitcoin in a minute, but Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, going live tomorrow, April the 14th. So be ready for that. I'm looking at this. I've done kind of a deep dive into Coinbase's valuations and all of that, kind of the geeky fundamental stuff. And, on the low side, if you have a low valuation, you would have about a $68 billion market cap on Coinbase. For some, that's just still too much. On the high side, the price could come out somewhere around, north of $100 billion price market cap. And when you think about that, that's just simply incredible, because the NASDAQ, for example, the NASDAQ Inc., they have a $25 billion market cap. The London Stock Exchange, a $35 billion, ICE and CME Group, these are massive, huge financial players, right? And so for Coinbase to come in at this level on a direct listing just shows you how crazy it is. But don't forget that Coinbase is a pick and shovels kind of play on cryptocurrency, right? The cryptocurrencies are going to do well, but you also want to find the pick and shovel players, right? The miners have been making money. Certainly Coinbase is a pick and shovel play. They're selling. They're not making cryptocurrencies. They're just literally just there to sell them. So they're making money hand over fist with their fees, and their fees are pretty stout, so you wouldn't be surprised to know that they're making some pretty good money. So Coinbase looks really interesting. And also, don't forget that whenever Tesla came out, everybody said Tesla was not a good idea. It was too overvalued, right? Well, we know how that turned out. Tesla went up very high. Others are expecting that this Coinbase direct listing is going to mark the wave of many new blockchain IPOs. So this could just be the first. Coinbase could kind of set off this chain reaction of many more blockchain-related stocks. There's really not too many right now. And you know that we've been tracking the blockchain ETF, BLOK. It's one of the best performers in our Trailblazer ETF. It's done well over 200% or something like that since we alerted you on it. And so blockchain stocks, we really could use some more of them compared to what we have right now. And I mean good high-quality ones like Coinbase. And so we're probably going to see more companies coming out, and there'll probably be a strong demand for these. You see, many people can't get access to Bitcoin just by going and buying a stock, right? They have to go buy Bitcoin itself. They can certainly buy an ETF if they're in another country like Canada. But here in the United States, there's still no real Bitcoin ETF. And so there's some pent-up demand. So people have been buying BLOK. They've been buying BLCN, which is another ETF that we track for our Trailblazer ETF portfolio. And they've been looking for ways to get exposure to Bitcoin. But I tell you what, even though I like these pick and shovel plays, and many of them are probably going to do really well over a long period of time, I would say that, the problem with putting all your eggs in the blockchain stocks basket is that none of these have, a fixed shares. They can always dilute shareholder value by issuing more shares, whereas Bitcoin has a fixed supply. I told you in our Robinson Report video too, if you missed that yesterday or 2 days ago when we put it out, I had mentioned that Barron's Magazine had kind of hinted at the idea of, high net worth individuals beginning to put just a few percent of their portfolios into Bitcoin and to other things like that. Well, that is coming, right? All of these other, well-known financial gurus are slowly coming around. And when they do, they speak to a large crowd. And when they do, people are going to say, oh, that's what I need to do. So they're going to start. And so what I'm saying is that we're not there yet, right? Coinbase has not even listed its stock yet. There's still no Bitcoin ETF yet. We are early adopters, right? If you've been with us here going back to 2013, well, we've been talking about this over and over and over again. I was looking at a video yesterday somebody had sent us, and he said, I bought Bitcoin when you released this video. And I looked at the video, but that video from many years ago was where Bitcoin was trading like at $700, and I was talking about an $800 breakout. I mean, it's like $60,000 now, I mean, these are real things. They're not going to go away. Ethereum is not going away. Bitcoin is not going away. No matter how badly some people want them to go away, they're not, right? And the people who want them to go away the most are the governments. Oh, they're the ones who really want them to go away, but they can't. They can't get rid of them. And believe me, if the United States thought it could ban Bitcoin, they would have already done it, right? People say, well, they're going to ban Bitcoin. Good luck. Good luck. China tried. The most authoritarian government on the face of the planet. Perhaps North Korea is more. But you talk about an iron fist. China can't stop Bitcoin. Stop the press, right? China can't stop it. They can't do anything about it, right? That's just tough luck for China, and it's tough luck for the United States. Just tough. Bitcoin breaks out above $60,000 this morning. Of course, that was largely due to this Coinbase IPO, or direct listing, we should say. That's here. So Bitcoin now up a 114% year to date. What an incredible run we've had just in 2021, these few months we've already had. The 120-day moving average continues to be the key area of support we monitor for Bitcoin. It hasn't touched that area in months. Nice big uptrend here. New breakout to a new all-time high. Position trend intact. Long-term trend intact. It's just rising. We're long Bitcoin for the long term, and we're continuing to dollar cost average into Bitcoin even today. Whenever it drops down 60 to 80% below its all-time high, which it will, we'll all see it. And when we do see it, remember, people will say Bitcoin is over, Bitcoin is dead, it's not going to last, it was a dumb idea. We'll live through, and then we'll live through another cycle where it does it again, right? So just kind of resign yourself to the fact that this is a wild market, and don't expect it to go up, up, up every day forever, because nothing does that. But certainly, its momentum is now. And so Bitcoin is certainly, moving higher, and we like Bitcoin for the long term. But again, without the rose-colored glasses, I am prepared for an 80% collapse. I'm ready. Bring it. Bring it. I'll back up my truck. Just bring it. But, I don't know when it's going to be. We may not get it until the end of this year, right? We may get a epic, just total push higher, a final, rally that's just crazy. And then kind of like we had back in 2017, 2018, and it'll be followed by this epic crash, right? Lots of emotions. Anyway, well, you can imagine what that's going to be like. But anyway, we like Bitcoin here. We continue to remain in Bitcoin, and we expect even more upside later this year. You can watch our Bitcoin 101 video if you haven't seen our basic overview of it on our cryptocurrency portfolio page. There you can see all 15 cryptocurrencies that we own for the long term. Ethereum has hit a new all-time high as of this morning. Ethereum up 201%. Look at that brand new, nice breakout above the 2,000 level. This right here was the key area. Right here, we got past it, stuttered for a minute around 2,100, and then broke out even again this morning. Nice big rally. Again, the 120-day moving average is the key area we watch on Ethereum right now. Nice big uptrend intact. 1950 support is the immediate support we will be noticing right around in here, all the way down to 2,000 down to about 1950. Somewhere in this little box here is where you would expect to see some support, and a breakdown below this area could signify at least a little bit of more of consolidation. But what do you see on this chart but a cup and handle? Do you see the cup and handle? Let's just draw it. There's the beautiful cup, and there's the handle, and then breakout right there. You see it? Nice cup and handle pattern. Ethereum pushing higher, up 2% last week. Looks like it's going for more this week. You can watch our Ethereum 101 basic overview on our website, cryptocurrency-portfolio, or just find it on your dashboard, the cryptocurrency portfolio. There you'll find lots of videos we've done on this topic. Ripple, the XRP native token, breaking out this morning as well. Breaking out actually over the last couple of weeks, I should say, but it is surging this morning, up to $1.71. This after the obviously politically motivated SEC lawsuit against Ripple is now being exposed in court. I won't go into this too much, but you can read the stories on this. We might even put a couple of links in today's show notes. But the SEC really just kind of being shown now, probably due to the fact that it was released right before, it was released just as the Trump administration was walking out the door. And so their case here is turning out to not be as strong as it had initially appeared. This was our thought. This was our expectation. And this lawsuit and the failure of it has actually led XRP to surge to a price that it hasn't been in years. In 2020, we couldn't get this price action. In 2019, we couldn't get this price action, right? And so it took the SEC coming out with a lawsuit against XRP that is now turning out to have a crumbling foundation. I've seen several reports now coming out about what the judge has been saying and what they're allowing and all of this. It's not a good thing for the SEC. It's turning out that it's not looking very promising for them, and therefore investors are piling in to Ripple, realizing that this lawsuit may not have the teeth that once was expected to have. It's up 613% year to date since the beginning of 2021. Watch for a 65-cent breakout was the note we had put out just a couple of weeks ago. Boy, did we get it. Broke out above 65 cents, which, by the way, was a multi-year resistance area. So it was pretty obvious on the charts here that a breakout above this level would probably lead to a surge. Didn't expect this quick of a surge, but it's surging for sure. We've been long XRP since 2013. It was the second cryptocurrency we ever bought. We do have high expectations for XRP. We expect it to surpass its former all-time high. Maybe not this year, but in the coming years. We're long XRP for the long term.